I've been wanting to sit down and hit record for as long as I can remember. I moved to a new place, and that's when I stopped actually posting on YouTube because I was still trying to adapt to this new place and neighborhood and life with this little baby here that I love. I love you. And so I never acted on that thought. Also, because I didn't know if the first topic that I'm choosing is gonna show me for who I am or be suitable for people, or it was very people focused. It wasn't focused on me and myself and what I have to say and my point of view on things. I even prepared a whole episode. I wrote the script and had my notes. Milo, can you go sniff somewhere else, baby, please? I even prepared a whole episode that was basically about how I got to where I am and all the challenges and stories that I've been through ever since graduating high school. So, like, at least, what, 18, at least 8 years ago. And, the thing is, when I sat down to read what I had just written, it was nice, but it was just things that I've done, it was actions. It had nothing to do with, sure, like you would get a bigger picture on me if you knew these things, but how is this going to be valuable to you? I was like, why is it supposed to be my life story? Why not just share what I'm thinking about and then people could perceive me how they want? So, for this episode, or like for this podcast, starting now, I was thinking maybe we could act as if we don't know each other. So basically, I don't even know if you're like if the person that's watching is somebody that knows me personally or not. But say you do know me personally, let's try to forget all about that. And from now on, we're strangers. You don't know me, and I certainly don't know you. It's August 3rd. No, it's August 4th. It is summertime, and I've been feeling super lost. Like, so lost, man. Very lost in so many aspects of my life. Mayito, please get away from my mic. But there was a little journey that I went through to find myself again, and I'm still going through this journey. It's as if I'm currently shedding my skin, and I'm in the process of like getting new skin, but the new skin isn't fully yet out there, so we can't really tell what it looks like. And it's a little bit like I'm in the process of becoming something new that I haven't been yet, but I haven't yet became that. But I am becoming that, like I feel it. It's a little bit oblivious, but when you think about it, what isn't, right? Yeah, deep shit. So the little journey that I went through basically started because of my work. I feel like a huge part of my job is to be creative and to have a lot of creativity. It has to do a lot with like creativity. So if either the social media stuff, so like content creation, making feed previews, content calendars, new strategies, or even like booking DJs, the artistic direction of a place, how to change like little things. And I feel like with the summertime, especially in Marrakesh, that like becomes empty, becomes like a ghost city. I sort of found myself in a place with zero creativity and just basically finishing my tasks, completing my to-do lists, doing everything I just have to do, not the bare minimum, but like not going the extra mile anymore. And there's no fun, no curiosity, and basically, most importantly, no creativity in the process at all of me working. I'm sorry about Milo. He's like digging for my lip gloss that I hid behind my back, and now he's trying to take it back. So, I don't know. What are you looking for? There's nothing for you here. So, yeah, basically, I need to be creative to be good at what I do and to be different and to stand out. If you're a creative person yourself or you work in a creative field, you must also relate to the feeling of like getting the blues and being in the creative rut where you're trying to get ideas but it's not that exciting for you anymore. Comments if you do relate to that. So in order for me to get myself out of this creative rut, I sat down and I journaled and I asked myself what actually makes me happy? Like, what is something creative that makes me happy while doing? Because, if I'm just doing things for work, there's a deadline. Sometimes the client likes something somehow, even though you're not really 100% sure you like it, but the client does, so you just post it anyways. And it's many other things, so you don't really have the creative freedom that one might have, one might want. There's construction nearby, so I don't know, you might be hearing some noise, but that's okay, it's fine. I'm not the only one in this world, people exist. Yeah, it became less exciting and I was running out of fresh new ideas because I was working with the same material over and over again every month. It became just repetitive and redundant and you just do it because you do it for that paycheck. And yeah, to answer that question. So after I thought to myself, what actually makes me happy that's creative? And the answer came to me super quickly, and it was this: creating content for myself, just doing something for the sake of doing it because I want to do it and I want to experiment the way I want with editing and when to post and how often to post and what to talk about and what to address and whatnot, and any creative freedom. And so that's why I'm here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spilling Ete. This is the first episode, and I'm your host, Noor. Back again, I guess. There we are, going with the flow, here on my bed, chilling, talking to you guys because it's the most comfortable, and I'm not gonna overthink and overanalyze and book a studio and whatever just to have a little conversation with the people that I love. I love you even though I don't know you. I don't know if I know you, so I just love you. That's good, no? I think it's good. I'm on your screens again. I'm creating content again. And I'm rescuing myself from the creative rut. I'm doing something for me, for fun, which is nice. And it feels exciting. And it's already starting to feel nice, just sitting here doing a little setup, even though it's not a lot. I don't even know if it's good. Like, I have the window to this side and a little ring light to this side just to kind of have good lighting. I have a lamp behind, but I don't even think you can see the light of the lamp. So yeah, we're just trying and we're not putting too much effort into this because we're just having fun and, being chill. It's fine. And as I told you before, like, this whole journey didn't just start now. It started by the end of June. So by the end of June, I decided to take some time off of work and take myself to the north, back home to Tetuan, spend some time with family, with friends, and just, relax. And by relax, I mean spend at least one whole day at the beach with zero interruptions and just silence and beach and sleeping, Little did I know, I also proceeded to take my laptop with me. Plus, I'm taking my dog with me, of course. I'm not going to leave him here alone. So it was very challenging, especially that we have a cat back home and I have my nephew. So it was very chaotic, but still cute. So day one, I go to the beach. It was nice. It was really cool. I enjoy myself. I swim. Day two, my laptop breaks. It doesn't break, but like my screen stops working. So I had to take it to some technician to see if they can fix it because I have to work. Like I have deadlines, I have clients waiting, and it was the end of the month. So I had a deadline to send my content calendars, feed previews for the upcoming month, like, you know, all the stuff. And I got in complete panic because I went to this guy who was apparently the best in the city. And he was like, yeah, let me have a look. And he kept my laptop for 24 hours. The next day I go back and he tells me, well, yeah, I can't fix it. I'm too scared to open a MacBook and I'm not really that experimented in that. So maybe take it to somebody in Casablanca. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go to Casa because that's a very big, huge, scary city for me to be in alone. And instead, I just came back to Marrakesh. So, day three, I came back with a lot of anxiety, a lot of panic. And I got here at night. So, the next day, early in the morning, I took my laptop to the guy that I know. And alhamdulillah, he fixed my laptop. But he had to leave the laptop with him for at least 5 days. I think it was 5 to 6 days. And so it was the first 5 days in a row in 4 years that I spent without my laptop, without working, without worrying, because I decided I'm not going to worry about work. My laptop is being fixed and now there's nothing I can do about it. So panicking isn't going to help. Let me do what I don't usually do, which is sit down and be bored. And I did that. I sat down, I was bored. I reflected on myself, on my life, on my habits, and how I've been living my life for the past 6 months. And it wasn't that good. It wasn't good at all. I had a lot of bad habits that I was just doing unconsciously, just like doom scrolling, how everybody does, but like way, way more bad habits than one would. And I wasn't moving my body at all because, like, especially after I moved here. In my other place, I used to walk to work because it was closer, but now it's like a 15-minute walk, and Marrakesh isn't made for walking, guys. It's not. Sadly, it's not. They need to fix that. I also meditated. I journaled a lot. And it made me just reflect on the things that I need to change. And that's when Project 90 idea came to me. And I was like, I'm gonna take 90 days and do something every day in order to change my life, and like do one thing every day to make myself proud. So in 90 days, I need to move my body. I need to do something mindful. I need to be conscious of my actions that I'm doing and not just be on autopilot, and like take things slow, meditate, do all the good things, but like consciously do everything. So I subscribe to the gym, and y'all, let me tell you, look, it's not because I told my sister this and she's like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she's my biggest supporter, but also, Huda, if you're watching, I love you. Like, I was like, look, I'm getting glutes, like my booty is getting bigger. And she was like, yeah, sure. It's only been a month. But yeah, it's only been a month, and I've been taking also some supplements and training, going to the gym at least 4 times a week. And I'm super proud of myself because it's day 29 today. And I'm very happy about it. I'm disciplined. I'm gaining that discipline, and I'm starting to miss going to the gym, like when I don't go. And the moment I'm there, even though I was super lazy before, I'm just instantly proud of myself for showing up. And on days that I don't go to the gym, I either do hot yoga or Pilates at home. And it's nice. It's really nice. I love it. I also started doing breath work again in the mornings. So when I wake up, I'm still trying to make it a daily thing. So, like, I don't always remember to do breath work. But I love it. I love doing it. It brings me back to the moment. It makes me give myself some time before I give others some time, and like be in my zone completely. It's like I'm taking myself out of reality for a moment to be in my own reality for as long as I want, because that time is like sort of like infinite. I don't know how to explain it, but like, yeah, I'm back to doing breath work. Also back to reading, and this time not only self-help books, I'm also reading fiction. So along like two at the same time, because I really can't just read fiction. I feel bad about myself. I feel like I'm wasting time or something. I know I'm not normal about this, but like because at least I'm reading something. But still, I really, really enjoy reading self-help, and I'm also now reading Little Women because I've never read it and I didn't watch the show. So I want to read it first and then watch it. And I'm sure I'm going to love it because I've heard so many references all around TV shows, especially Friends. And so I'm excited to finish that. When I was young, I read somewhere, I was like, what, 16 something? I read somewhere that creativity is intelligence having fun, and it just blows my mind because yes, like have fun with your ideas and you will do something creative. I also feel like creativity goes hand in hand with your mental state and your mental well-being. Like when you're in love, when you're happy, you create differently than when you're grieving and you're sad or angry. Like your vibration is different. I think you can channel both, like in, if you're a painter, even as a content creator or as a filmmaker. But if you're only working with things that are marketing, like you have to show a product or a service in the best way possible, but you feel like shit on the inside, I don't think it's gonna work out. So expressing emotions through creativity is very important, and it's also one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because I don't just want to do vlogs, or like this isn't an official podcast setup, or I don't know, maybe it is, like who makes the rules yet. Stops recording for a sec. So yeah, I was saying, who makes the rules, right? Allahu Akbar. So when I'm emotionally confused or emotionally drained, I just feel like I can't create anything, especially if it's something for work. Like, I'm fine with not creating for myself if I'm feeling down, but I have to create for a client, even if I'm feeling down. So it doesn't really work out to my benefit all the time. And as I said, like, that's why I'm doing this, because I want to express myself for myself and get things out there and just, be creative, create, do. I've also seen the difference, when I'm emotionally confused. Okay, let me give you an example. So, self esteem and love go hand in hand in maximizing your creativity. If you feel good about yourself, if you're surrounded by people who love you and show you that love and support, you're gonna be able to create whatever it is and have fun with it. And even on days where you start to feel drained, your surroundings are gonna pull you up. But if you don't feel as good about yourself and you surround yourself with people who breadcrumb you or get yourself into situationships that's gonna end up with you questioning your self-worth and just keep you in a roller coaster of emotions, your body's going to be too overwhelmed by those emotions trying to regulate your nervous system that you're not going to have the time to create anything or to be inspired or to just, be in the creative field, magnetic field, basically. I don't want to overshare too much on my first episode, but thinking about this makes me think that maybe on some level I'm unconsciously putting myself into romantic situationships that are not gonna end up into something, or fruition, and I keep myself into that creative rut because of those actions? Is it even possible? Because, to me, it's just so scary to let someone in and have someone that close to the point that they know all of me. And I just keep people, at an arm's length. But am I blocking my own creativity? I could be. Y'all, I really could be. There's a big chance I am. Okay. My camera had to turn off because it overheated somehow. I'm drinking Prime. This is so fire. So good. So I had to wait about 15 minutes for my camera to cool down. And I think I was more zoomed in than this. So yeah, July was very transformative for me in a different way than any other transformative experiences have been, because normally they would come and shake me from my place and I would be anxious and excited and sick to my stomach, but still with big faith that what's coming is big and beautiful. And it's mostly done by, God. It's God who brings these challenges upon me. This time, I'm using God's strength from within myself to actually show up and do little things every day. So there is a change that's happening, but it's very slow, steady, and not very anxious, It doesn't bring me anxiety. It feels peaceful. It feels nice, and it feels exciting. And I'm still doing it with a lot of faith that whatever's coming on the other end is for my higher purpose. As for August, now that we're, getting a hold of the good, healthy habits that should have been in my life since forever. But yeah, now that we're going to the gym and taking care of our health and maintaining a clean place and all the tasks are being done, I feel like it's about time to start doing more creative habits and creative tasks for myself, and just show up and not just have ideas. Or I always write in this notebook that I have. So I have a notebook for journaling, another notebook for work, ideas about work, and another one about just life and how the philosopher the philosopher inside of me just keeps showing up in that book. And so I don't want it just to be an idea book. We're gonna practice these ideas and just be creative every day in a different way. It rhymes. So yeah, let's create. And remember that it's okay to feel lost, but what's important when you feel lost is to redirect yourself to see what you're doing wrong or what you're doing unconsciously and change those habits in order to become more conscious of your life. You stop living like an avatar. You start living. You stop being a human doing and you become a human being. And that's beautiful. This was Spilling Ete. I'm your host Noor, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Also, thank you for listening. You're the best. See you soon. Subscribe.